Hello, my name is Natasha Chamberlain, and this course is on connections and boundaries. We're looking at the connections we have in our lives and to see whether they're healthy or unhealthy connections, whether they're connections worth investing your time and energy in, or if it's best to just walk away and decide it's not in alignment with your self-worth. So this course will help you to look at your self-worth, look at the people in your life, look at what boundaries you have in place, and if those boundaries align with what is right for you as an individual person. And the purpose of this exercise or this course is to help you to have only healthy connections around you, connections with people that see your worth and that feed your spirit and help you to grow as an individual and as a person in a healthy way, just as you help them to grow as an individual and as a person and in a healthy way. So it's looking at boundaries, looking at the connections we have in our lives, looking at our self-worth and what we will and will not tolerate. And so it's going to be quite an in-depth, detailed, eye-opening course. I do hope that you'll find this course to be helpful. I hope it will help you to form stronger, long-lasting, healthier connections in your life. And I hope that it'll help you to see the different connections in your life for what they truly are. So without further ado, we will jump into this video. We'll start off by looking at the different connections in our lives and looking at whether each connection is actually worth investing in or not. We have all had at least one connection in our lifetime that leaves us feeling as though we are in a whirlwind of unsettled emotions. This can be quite draining and leave us feeling deflated, not just within the connection, but within ourselves as well. We could experience this in any connection with a family member, a friendship, a workmate, a partner, a crush, or even a best friend. We spend the majority of our time wondering if we are the actual issue. What have we done wrong? Why are things not working out? We question if we are doing something wrong. We begin to question ourselves, and this knocks our sense of self-worth. It diminishes our self-worth. We begin to lack confidence within ourselves and within the connection. We question ourselves and we ask whether this person actually gives a damn about us. If they cared, then wouldn't they put in the effort? We are left feeling unfulfilled, drained, and worn out. We give so much of our time, our effort, our energy into maintaining this connection. Then, when it's not reciprocated, it has a very negative effect on ourselves as well as the actual connection itself. We spend so much time trying to build the connection, but with just no joy. There's no joy. It's like it's a waste. It's a waste of our time. It's a waste of our effort, a waste of our resources, and a waste of energy. It's a constant one step forward and two step back situation. In the end, we question whether it's actually worth our time. Is it worth continuing with the connection and actually investing in it? If you have ever felt this way, then ask yourself the following questions. Try and be as honest as possible with your answers. The more honest you are, the more this exercise will actually help you to create and develop healthy connections in your life. So try and be as honest as possible with your answers. Delve deep into your chosen connections. You could choose maybe 3 or 4 or 5 connections, or even just focus on one at a time. Just write down on a piece of paper the names of maybe 1, 2, up to 5 of your closest connections in your life. And then just ask yourself each question and be completely honest with each answer. We're looking at whether this particular connection is a healthy connection, whether it's worth investing your time in it, or whether it's time to let it go so that you can make room for something that is going to be healthy. So it's analyzing your connections, not in a negative way. This is a healthy way, so that you can see which connections in your life are healthy and worth investing in, and which are not healthy and time to let them go possibly, so that you can make new healthy connections that are more in alignment with you, your self-worth, and that make you happy. So with a paper in front of you and a pen in your hand, you could write down the first question, which is, are you the one putting in all the effort to maintain the connection? Again, are you the one putting in all the effort to maintain the connection? If you find that you are the one who is putting in all the effort just to maintain a healthy connection, then something is seriously not right. This is not a healthy, balanced, equal connection. There's no equal give and take. You're the one investing all your time, your effort, your energy, and this does cause an imbalance within the connection and within yourself. A healthy and balanced relationship involves both parties putting in equal effort to maintain a good connection between you both. If the other person is not putting in the effort, then it may be time to really reconsider how much you actually want this relationship, how much this person means to you, how much you obviously mean to them. And why is it that they're not willing to invest as much as you are in the connection? A person who genuinely cares for you and your connection, they will put in the time, they will put in the effort, they will want it to be a healthy and balanced connection because they care. This is a natural human response. You care for someone, you put in that time, you put in that effort, you make sure it's reciprocated. This person will want to work on your connection as much as you do. There will be a healthy balance of give and take within the connection. Again, this is for any connection, whether it's family, friendship, romantic, work-based, anything. Every connection, there has to be a healthy balance of give and take. If one of you is giving more than the other, then there is something not right there, and it's time to reconsider that connection. So again, the question is, are you the one putting in all the effort to maintain the connection? So this is one to focus on. The second question is, does this connection fulfill you or drain the life out of you? So does this connection fulfill or drain the life out of you? Do you constantly feel drained and worn out because of this connection? If that's true, then this could be due to the fact that you are constantly trying to make things work, constantly giving all your time and effort and energy to the other person. You are putting in so much effort to reach out and build the connection. And if the other person, again, is very similar to the first question, if they're not doing the same, then you are going to feel drained. You're going to feel exasperated. You're going to start feeling your self-worth being diminished. You're going to start feeling just like, oh, why do I bother? I just don't know why I'm bothering with this. Is it really worth my time? Is it really worth my energy? I'm feeling drained. I'm feeling miserable. I'll keep questioning myself. Am I doing something wrong? Remember, a healthy and balanced connection feels great. It feels good. It's fulfilling. It's rewarding. And it leaves you feeling really good inside. If you are feeling drained and not good enough, unimportant, or like you're constantly having to work just to keep a good connection between you and a person, then it really may be time to consider letting this connection go. A healthy connection does not drain you. It does not leave you feeling insecure. It does not leave you feeling insecure in yourself or within the connection. It should be the complete opposite. It should leave you feeling good inside and with no doubt in your mind that you matter to this person, that you mean something to this person. So ask yourself, does this connection fulfill or drain the life out of you? Number 3, do you feel confused as to where you stand within the connection? If your connection goes through regular stages that leave you wondering where you actually stand with this person, then it may be time to seriously look deeper at this connection. Ask yourself where you feel you stand with this person, and do they give you mixed signals? Are they all in 1 minute? Everything's great, everything's good, you're having a great time, you're getting on, and then they're all out the next minute. All of a sudden they go quiet, they ghost you, you don't hear from them for ages, or they take forever to get back to you, they never want to meet up with you, and then the next minute they're like, yes, let's meet up, let's do this, let's do that, they're your best friends, or they're all over you, everything's great, and you think, wow, things are going good, and then just like that, it changes, and it's back to them pulling away, and it's just like a vicious cycle. They're all in 1 minute and then pull away the next. And this just leaves you feeling like you're going through a whirlwind. It's like, what the heck is going on? I thought things were great. I thought things were going really well. And just as things are going so well, you just all of a sudden pull yourself away. Where do I actually stand with you? If you're starting to feel like that, then something is seriously not right in this connection. This type of connection just makes you feel like you're an inconvenience in this person's life, like contacting them is burdening them. You start feeling like a fool, like an idiot for giving so much to this person. You feel like an idiot for caring, for reaching out. You feel like you've done something wrong. You feel like you're chasing the person. You start going up in your head, overthinking, over worrying, asking yourself, what have I done wrong? Am I the problem? Am I the issue? Are they bored of me? Do they not care about me? And it just mixes up with your head. So you withdraw, you pull your energy back, you feel lack and low in confidence, and you're trying to get back on your feet again, but you're just feeling really low. And then all of a sudden they pull you back in again and everything's good. And you're feeling good, yes, and then your emotions are high again, and you're feeling really good, just for your emotions to come plummeting down again as they withdraw again. So it's almost like a mind game, really. It's a form of like torture. It's messing with your emotions, it's messing with your head, it's causing you anxiety, it's chipping away at your confidence. This is mind games, it's unhealthy. So like I say, if this is the case, then it really is worth looking at whether this is a friendship or a connection or whatever it is that you really want to have around. Is this person just stringing you on? Are they breadcrumbing you just to keep you on side? Are they only befriending you when they want something or when it suits them? Do they give you just enough to make you think that they care so that you stick around? Question whether you actually mean something to this person, whether they really do care about you. Question whether this is actually a healthy relationship, a healthy connection, or is it not healthy? Is it a one-sided connection? Can you see this connection actually moving forward and developing it into something that's going to be long-lasting, or do you think it's just going to continue in this progress? Look at all the angles. Ask yourself all these different questions. From one, that main question number 3, break it down. Really look at this connection and try and see the healthies about it and the unhealthies about it. Really break it down. The next question to write down is, do you feel rejected more than appreciated and wanted? In a healthy connection, you feel appreciated, you feel wanted, you feel cared for. It feels good, it feels healthy, it feels balanced, and it feels happy. When a person cares about you, they will want you to feel loved. They'll want you to feel that you are important to them. They will make the time for you, and they will follow through on what they say they're going to do. They will put in the effort to not let you down. They will take the time to invest within the connection. This person will put in the effort and the time to ensure that you are okay and that you feel special, just as you will do exactly the same for them. It's an equal balance. You both let each other know that you care about each other. That's a healthy connection. When a person is not interested in you, then they will not put in the time, the energy, and the effort. They will leave you feeling rejected and unimportant to them. They will just not bother with you. You will feel like more of an inconvenience in their life. And you'll just feel like you're someone that's not really worth having around to them. That's how they'll make you feel. So ask yourself, do you feel rejected by this person? Does this person make you feel rejected? Or do you feel appreciated, loved, cared for, and wanted? Next question to write down is there consistency within your connection? Is there a healthy consistency and balance in your connection? Or is it constantly hot and cold, on and off, all in 1 minute, then all out and pulling back the next? Lack of communication, up and down, arguments. Is it just feeling like it's just a higgledy-piggledy roller coaster ride that's unpleasant and just leaves everyone feeling drained and fed up? A healthy connection is consistent and communication is good. Your person makes time and effort to check in on you from time to time. They show genuine care and interest in you and in your well-being, just as you do the exact same for them. This person will make the effort to keep things consistent and healthy between the two of you. They will enjoy having good communication with you. They will want to speak to you, contact you, spend time with you, and just show you how important you are to them. They will be consistent in their actions and their behavior. An unhealthy connection is when there's no consistency, where things are really up in the air. You never know from one day to the next what things are going to be like. You feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. You get to the point where you think like, oh, what is it going to be like now? Is everything going to be good, or are they going to be pulling back? Are we going to be arguing? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? That is not healthy. If it's at that point, then there is something seriously not right, and it may be time to reconsider this connection, or see if you've actually got boundaries in place, and does this behavior connect with your boundaries? Is it overstepping your boundaries? The next question is there equal give and take? In a healthy connection, both parties give equally to the connection. There is an equal give and take. Both equally initiate communication and equally put in the work to maintain the connection. If you find that you are the one who is constantly initiating communication, doing kind gestures, expressing yourself, making the effort, then there is an imbalance within your connection. This is not healthy and will only result in you feeling drained, unimportant, unappreciated, start lacking self-worth, questioning yourself all the time, and it'll cause upsets and arguments within the connection because of how unhealthy it is. When a person genuinely cares, then they will want to put in equal amount of time and effort. When they're not interested, then they will just take, and not bother in investing in the connection themselves. The next question, do they always follow through on what they say they'll do? If you find that your person constantly tells you that they would send you something or do something or help you with something or sort something out, only to never follow through, then you may begin to feel as though this person just does not really care about you. Your trust in them quickly fades. It does affect your trust. You start to question how much you can actually, trust this person. How reliable are they really? And how much do you actually mean to this person? Because surely if they say they're going to help you with something, they're going to do something, or they're going to meet up with you, they would follow through. If not, then something's not right there. Are they just saying that they would help or do something just to make you happy at that time? Do they even intend on following through with what they say? You may find yourself thinking, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Someone who genuinely cares about you will put in the effort to ensure that they follow through on what they say. This person will make you feel like you are a priority in their lives, like you matter to them. They'll want to impress you. They'll want to help you. They'll want to be there for you because they care just as you would be with them. It's very much how you would like to be treated. Treat others as you would like to be treated. So if this person doesn't treat you in the way that you treat them or the way that you would like to be treated, then you may need to consider this connection. The next question is, do you feel like you're being strung along? This is similar to what I mentioned before about being strung along and breadcrumbed. If you feel like your person only wants you when it suits them, then this is a big, big unhealthy sign. When a person genuinely cares, they will not string you along, they'll not breadcrumb you, they will not make you feel as though they have no interest in you. They will want you to feel appreciated. Ask yourself, if you deserve to be treated this way, will you tolerate it? Why are you tolerating this behavior? Is this how you treat your person? Is this how you expect to be treated? Do you deserve to be treated in this way? Why are you tolerating this? Why are you accepting this type of behavior from this person? Either a person wants you in their life or they don't. Keeping you hanging on for when it's convenient for them is not love. It's not caring. That's just selfish behavior from someone who does not have any interest in actually building a lasting connection with you. This could be someone who's using you for their own gains. So it is worth looking into this in more detail and asking yourself, are you willing to put up with this behavior? Or is it time to put a stop to it now and set some boundaries in place? Another question is, do you feel like a priority to them or just a backup call? Again, this is similar to one of the previous questions. A person who genuinely cares will make you a priority in their life. They will make you feel like you matter to them. They will put in the time and the effort for you. They'll be consistent within the connection. The next question is, are they constantly hot and cold with you? We have already covered this, but just really ask yourself about these questions. This is all looking at what you would tolerate with a person. Will you tolerate this behavior? Why are you tolerating this behavior? Does it affect your self-confidence? How's it making you feel? Write everything down. With each of these questions, write down how it makes you feel. Why are you tolerating it? Do you treat that person in that way? Do you expect to be treated this way? Why are you allowing this? How does it make you feel? Is this a healthy connection? Why do you think this is happening? Really become your own self-detective. Dive deep and become a detective. It's all part of the healing process. It's part of looking at where you may lack boundaries in your life, where you need boundaries. It's also helping you to identify which connections are actually healthy and balanced in your life, which connections are not healthy, where there's an imbalance, where you need to put boundaries in place. Some of these connections, they may have some of these issues that we've just covered, but there could be reasons for it. So these connections could be saved if you put some boundaries down. If these people do not like your boundaries, then it's time to say, okay, I close the door. So don't just dismiss these people straight away. Put some boundaries in place. See where these boundaries need to be put in place. And Decide what you will and will not tolerate within the connections you have. And set your boundaries. And if these people do not like it, if they get angry, they continue to behave in the way they do, then maybe it is time to let them go. And maybe from your boundaries and them seeing that you have self-worth, you're not going to tolerate this type of behavior, it may actually help these people to start treating you better or looking closer at home, looking at their own behavior. And it may help them to realize why they are behaving the way they are. And if they really genuinely do care about you, then they will respect your new boundaries and they will change. They'll start treating you better so that you can build a healthy and lasting relationship. It all depends on you and the person. The next question is, do they keep cancelling plans or putting off seeing you? Do you find that your person always cancels on you or makes excuses as to why they can't see you? Every time you get your hopes up and are so excited about catching up with this person, you are only let down yet again with cancellations, excuses, and broken promises. When a person cares about you, they will want to see you. They will make time for you. They'll make time to spend with you. You matter to them, so they make time. They make time. They put in the effort. They keep their promises. And if for one reason or the other they can't, they will genuinely apologize wholeheartedly that, I'm so sorry, I couldn't make it, I'm gutted. And they'll rearrange. They'll say, well, let's do it. How about, are you free tomorrow? They'll make the effort. The next question is, are you the one always initiating contact? We mentioned this before, but are you the one? Do you find that you're always having to reach out first? Do you fear that if you don't, then you'll never hear back from this person? Are you the one who's always checking in to make sure that they're okay, that they're well? Do you worry too much about them? And do you constantly think, well, I haven't heard from them. It's been a week, it's been 2 weeks. A healthy connection works both ways. It's got to be both ways. Next question, do you keep waiting for a reply for your messages? Do you find that it's always you contacting your person? If not, then days will pass, just as we mentioned before. And when you do send a message, it takes forever for them to reply back, or they say, oh, I fell asleep, or I was so busy, and it's a constant wait, sometimes for days on end. You need to really look at this connection then and start thinking, are they really too busy? Because someone who cares about you, they find time. But if it's once or twice, once in a while they do it, then that's okay. Everyone's busy at times. But when it's a constant pattern, you got to look for patterns here. These are the patterns. Does it happen consistency? Were they constantly always too busy to reply? Or they wait till hours later or a day or two later? Is it always like that? If it is, then you need to question whether this is actually a healthy connection or not. Next question is, does their vibe feel off to you? Our intuition really is our greatest gift. Your person and your connection, you'll have a connection with your person. Everyone has a spiritual connection. Does their energy just feel off? Does their vibe feel off? Trust your intuition. Your intuition will never let you down. Always spot on. 9 out of 10 times our gut feelings are right. So always trust your intuition. Next question, do they show an interest or a lack of interest in you, in the things that you enjoy, the things that are important to you? Take note of how much interest or lack of interest your person actually shows in you, in the connection, in your daily life, in the things that matter to you. A healthy connection is where both people are interested in each other's well-being, you're interested in their lives, you show an interest. That's something that's healthy. If someone's just not showing you any interest, they just act as though they're bored, they can't be bothered, then you need to really be thinking whether this is a connection that's good for you. Next question, does this person make you feel special and good inside? When a person genuinely cares about us, they openly express how they feel about us. They show us they care through actions, words, kind gestures, the way they treat us. It just makes you feel special, loved, appreciated, important to them. You don't feel like you don't mean anything to them. A person who genuinely cares lets you know without a shadow of a doubt that you are important to them. You mean something to them. If you find that you're constantly feeling yucky inside or left wondering if this person actually cares about you, they make you feel bad about yourself. Whenever you see them, you just feel heavy and drained, or you just feel down in the dumps, then it may be that this is just a toxic or an unhealthy connection. So just look at how you feel with this person, how this person makes you feel, and how you feel once you've been with them and afterwards, how you feel after you've been around them. How do they make you feel? Take note to that, because that's important. That's your body trying to tell you something. It's trying to talk to you. It's saying, look, this person's not making you feel that great about yourself, or you just leaves you feeling with a horrible, icky feeling in the pit of your stomach, then something is not right. Next question is, do you feel you're wasting your time with this connection? Be honest. Is it more unfulfilling than fulfilling? If your connection is just not fulfilling you, it just doesn't tick all the boxes, and you just feel constantly unimportant or questioning yourself, or just feeling uncared for, or you feel like you're a third, fourth, fifth option for this person, then it may be time to walk away. And also another important question to ask yourself is this connection more important to you than to them? If you find that your person is just not as invested in your connection as you are, if this connection is more important to you and matters more to you than it does to them, then it may be time to walk away. So it's just being completely open and honest with yourself about each connection. We'll now look at setting healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries help to keep your relationships healthy and balanced. It is so important for there to be healthy boundaries put into place with your connections, to set healthy boundaries and to stick to those boundaries. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Firstly, find somewhere quiet where you'll not be disturbed. Have a notebook and a pen or a piece of paper to hand to jot down some questions and notes. Use this quiet time carefully to really analyze your connections, as we've just done, but look deeper into your relationships. Ask yourself the questions that I'm about to mention, and really be, again, honest. The whole point of this is to be honest, even if it's painful. Sometimes this can be quite painful, but we're never going to be able to see where boundaries need to be set if we don't be realistic and face them head on and be completely honest. So the questions to ask yourself is this connection worth investing in? And then ask yourself all the questions we've just done, all those ones we've worked through a minute ago. That's all in connection with, is this connection worth investing in? And again, choose 5, 6, maybe one person. And so that's the first step. We really did this first step from the first part of this course. It's just establishing whether each connection in your life is worth investing in. Also work out which connections in your life are healthy and which ones are not healthy. Which connections need letting go of, and which connections are worth keeping and trying to make work. Once you've done all of this, then you can move on to this next stage, which is the next set of questions, all in connection with your boundaries. And these questions are, Are there healthy boundaries put in place with all of your connections? Do you have healthy boundaries? Where are there imbalances and not enough boundaries in place? So look at this. Take time with each of these questions. Really take your time and work through each question at a pace that suits you. Even if it takes you hours just to work on one question. These are questions that will need a lot of time, a lot of thought. So I'll repeat that question again. Where are there imbalances, where things are not balanced and there's no boundaries in place? Next question, are you being taken a mug for in your connection? Next, do you overgive in your connections with others? What healthy boundaries can you put in place? Really look at this in big detail. Look at the boundaries you have, what boundaries you don't have, what are healthy boundaries that you can put in place so that you can have healthy connections. Next is, what are you willing to put up with? Do you deserve better? So these are all questions to write down and answer in as much detail as possible. What changes need to be made? Really look at what changes need to be made. Are you giving all of your power away to your connections? Really ask yourself that. What is the most important thing to you in a relationship? Also ask yourself if you are trying too hard in your connections. Are you trying too hard in your connections? Are you giving too much of yourself away? Are you the giver, the receiver in the connection, or is it mutual? What are your values? Really look at your values. What are your values? What values would you like to see in others? Are your connections healthy and fulfilling? What bothers you in your connections with others? Again, be completely honest with all your answers. Write as much detail as you can. Really dive deep. What types of relationships do you consider to be balanced and healthy? What do you want in your connections with others and in your life? Are there unrealistic expectations on either your part or the other person's part? Do you have the freedom of speech in your connections? Are you the one who is always apologizing to the other person or feeling guilty? If so, why? Why do you do this? And why do you feel guilty? Are your connections putting in as much time and effort as you are? Is there an equal give and take? Ask yourself what you will and will not tolerate. Also ask yourself why you have been tolerating the type of behaviors that you have been tolerating. So you're really delving deep within. Take your time with each of these questions. Now identify your wants. Ask yourself, what is it that you actually want in your life? What is it that you want in your connections? What do you not want in your connections? What do you feel is a healthy relationship? Delve deep into what is important to you. what your soul craves, and what you need to feel fulfilled and happy in your relationships. Really delve deep and be completely honest. Look at your wants, your needs, things that are important to you, how much you give in your relationships, how much you get back. Really analyze and go deep. You're being a detective at this time. You're really pulling apart all your relationships. You're looking at it in great detail. You're looking where there is boundaries, where there's no boundaries. You're looking at what you deserve, what's your self-worth, and you're really diving deep. Once you've done that, then start writing down healthy boundaries that you will put into place. Identify what they will be, how you will implement them into your life and your relationships. Be specific and do what is right for you as an individual person. Do not feel guilty. Do not question it. Do what's right for you. Understand why you need the boundaries and what positive impact it would make on your life from having these boundaries in place. Ask yourself why there are no boundaries in your life in the first place. Do you feel worthy of having healthy boundaries in place? If not, then how can you regain your self-worth? What can you do to feel more worthy? Do you deserve a healthy relationship like anyone else? Or do you deserve relationships and connections that are just not healthy? If you feel you do not deserve them, then why? Why do you feel this? Where does this stem from? Where does the root of those feelings of no worth, no self-worth, or not worthy, where does it stem from? And how can you change that? Really learn to start standing up for yourself and speaking your mind. Write down how you will achieve this. How will you start standing up for you more and not tolerating or allowing others to walk over you or treat you in an unfair way? Really be honest with yourself. Give it some good thought. Really think things through. If you find that you are constantly apologizing and feeling guilty in your connections, then ask yourself why. Why? Where does this stem from? What's caused you to feel like this? Is it from your childhood? Is it from your past? Is it to do with self-worth? Really dive deep. What do you feel is a healthy relationship? Are there childhood issues that you need to address? Have previous friendships and connections made you feel this way? How have they made you feel this way? How can you change things? Ask yourself if you give your power away. If so, then how? How can you take your power back and have a healthy, grounded connection? And how can you take your power back in a healthy way? Try identifying what triggers your boundaries. What triggers you? Ask yourself, what triggers me? Also ask yourself if your boundaries are being overstepped. Make a list of all the times that you can recall of when your boundaries were overstepped. Who did it? And what was the trigger? What was the situation? Why did you let it happen? Why did you not speak up? Did you feel too guilty? If so, then why did you feel this way? Take a deep look into each situation. Try and get to the bottom of what boundary was broken. Was there a boundary in place in the first place? And how was it broken if there was a boundary broken? What did you do or not do to prevent this boundary from being broken? How are you going to change this so that it does not happen again? And what boundary needs to be put in place? Look at all the different situations. Try learning how to trust your intuition. Take a look at those times when your boundaries were overstepped and disregarded. Take note of how you felt during those times. Did you feel uncomfortable at the time? Did your intuition scream at you to do things differently? Did you ignore your gut instinct? And if so, why? Are you going to trust your intuition more in the future? What have you learned from doing this exercise? So these are all things to write down and really delve deep within. Be completely open and honest with yourself, with your answers, and be your own your own detective, really. Be your own detective. Setting healthy boundaries really is so important. It's so important. That's the first step in taking your power back. It's helping you to form healthy relationships, and it's also working on self-confidence and self-worth. Keep telling yourself that you deserve only the best. You deserve nothing less. You are worthy of a healthy relationship, of a healthy friendship, a healthy connection. You are worthy. If you don't feel worthy, then there definitely needs to be some self-love exercises or delving into as to why you don't feel worthy. Because you are worthy. You deserve only the best. You deserve a healthy connection. If others do not see your worth, then they are not worth pursuing a connection with. Only surround yourself with healthy connections, with people who see your worth, people who appreciate you for who you are, people who give to the connection as much as you do, people who value the connection as much as you do. Take your power back and start forming healthy relationships and connections. You'll just find a complete difference in all areas of your life. You have the power in your hands to create healthy, balanced connections. You are worthy. You deserve love. You deserve healthy connections. You deserve happiness. And once you believe that, and you know it, and you have these boundaries in place, you're going to notice a massive difference in yourself, your well-being, your confidence, and in the people around you. I hope that you found this course to be helpful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this and to purchase the course. I believe in you. I believe that you can have healthy relationships. It's just taking charge of your life and not settling for second best or anything that does not live up to your expectations or your worth. I really do believe that you can have a happy, healthy connections in your life. Thanks again for watching, and I wish you all the very, very best. Bye.